whenever we're not talking
Whenever we're not.
live.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the Google Hangout this week. We've got a new person on the cast today. Her name is Colleen, and really excited to have someone else here. And we also have me, Anthony Trosclair, and Shelly and Chris as well, if anybody's new. Um, and so the topic this week is going to be about how to talk to people and closing questions. And so I don't want to take too much time getting into my story this week because I've got a lot of content that I want to go over. And I think it's very valuable for people. So just as y'all are watching this, really pay attention and know that this is the same stuff that hundreds of thousands of people online, if you have this, you are one step ahead of everybody else, okay? Because this information that I'm fixing to share for you will take your game, your business to the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you guys. And give me just a second because I am not as familiar with this. So there we go. Whoa, it's giving me all kinds of stuff. So I think you guys can see my screen. Shelly, can you tell me if you can see my screen real quick?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. Okay, so I made this a few days ago, well, maybe about a week ago or so, and it's how to talk to people and some of the things that I've learned from Mike Hobbs and, oh shoot, I can't remember his name now, but anyway, Dave Wood was also involved. They did a webinar on this, and so I made this, and one of the things that I want to say that I see most people do, and that is very important right here. You know, if I go ahead and highlight this, I should make it bold and uppercase and everything, is no links on Facebook. Don't post any of your, whether you're in Empower Network, whether you're in another type of business, whether you're in Titan, whatever you're in, don't use affiliate links in Facebook. They don't like them, and it's a good way to get your Facebook page banned. So every single piece of content that you post on a Facebook page, and this is for Facebook pages specifically, okay? I'm not really sure about the rules and regulations on Twitter and LinkedIn and all them, so this is for Facebook pages only. But all your content, all your call to actions are to message you for more information or to get the NDA or to get your link. Because if someone messages you and you give them your link, then it's okay. They're not going to ban your account for giving somebody a link in a personal message. So that's very important. Also, you can put your links on your own personal Facebook page, but the thing is that Facebook actually has automated algorithms that notice this, and they say, wait a second, this has come across 16 times, and it's the same thing over and over again. It's spammy, and what it will do is it'll make sure that that particular post will not get on people's news feeds. And so it's a good idea just to not put your links. Okay, so always follow up and share all the new stuff that is happening. So if you've got a Facebook group, you want to be active all the time. And so this Facebook group, you want to be able to share social proof. You want to be able to share from other people. You want to always be giving them new information as much as possible. I want to kind of go over this really quick because I can sit here and talk about this for the next hour. So we've got a lot to go over. So there's two main strategies, and the first one is a shotgun approach to for people that you know, okay? And so there's 4 steps or 4 principles to this strategy, okay? And so if this is someone you know, you want to use these 4 steps. So if this was your sister or your brother, you want to express goodwill, remove the pressure, arouse curiosity, and then give the invitation. Now this is for people if you don't want to drive them away. Okay, this is the best way to do it because, and I'm going to talk from my own personal experience, I actually lost a few friends because I was like, hey guys, I've got this great opportunity and it's so awesome, and they're like, why are you trying to get me into a multi-level marketing or a pyramid scheme? I thought we were friends. And I'm like, we are friends. I'm just trying to introduce this to you so you don't hate me when I'm making a lot of money. So expressing goodwill. Whenever you start the conversation, you want to start talking to them like you would any other day. So like if you just met your friend and they came over for dinner, you wouldn't be like, hey, I've got this great new thing. You'd be like, hey man, you look awesome today. I really like that Doctor Who shirt you're wearing. Or, go on their Facebook wall and look at what they're doing. Give them a compliment. Be like, hey man, I really like that stuff that post you made the other day. That way you're expressing goodwill. You're getting them comfortable with what you're saying. So the second thing, remove pressure. So there's a few different ways that you can do this, but basically, give you an example. I've got it up on the screen. Hey, listen, this may or not be a fit for you. I don't know, but I had to send it to you anyway. It takes the pressure of saying, hey, man, this is awesome. You should check it out. Then they're like, wait a second, now I feel like I'm obligated to. But if you say, hey, this may or may not be, it removes the pressure from them, and they're like, okay, cool, I don't have to do this or not if I don't want to. Okay, so arouse curiosity. Hey, blank, you open up with, put their name there. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, I don't know if this is going to be a fit for you or not, but I had to send it your way anyway. Recently, I ran across something that, oh my God, it looks really lucrative. I can't say a lot about it. In fact, I had to sign an NDA, but if you open up if you would just message me back, call me, oh wait, I set this up I did this really quick. So make your call to action, send a short video, and give them the details, or send them the NDA link. So you want to arouse their curiosity by saying what you've got and sending them the video. And like I said, I recently ran across something that's, oh my God, it's so lucrative. People are going to be like, wow, what is that? What is he doing? But also, this is kind of all of it together. It says, I hope you're having a great day. So you opened it up with goodwill, and then you removed the pressure by saying, I don't know if this is a good fit for you or not. And then you said you aroused their curiosity. And then at the end, you give them the invitation, which is your link, and maybe even solve a problem. Now, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I lost my chain of thought there for a second. Yeah, I am only human. If you don't know who they are, so this is the second thing. These are the 3 things.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you guys hear clearly?
Can you hear me all right, Shelly? And
Yeah, I can hear you
Shelley,
fine.
can you guys hear clearly, or is it breaking up only on my end?
We can hear clear. I can hear clear.
Yeah, I can hear clearly too.
Okay, so maybe try restarting, Chris. If you don't know who they are. Yeah, I think you're just losing your internet there, Chris.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay, so the 3 things that you need to know if you don't know who someone is. Okay, you want to make a friend, find a need, and suggest a solution. Okay, so whenever you start talking to people, you don't want to just start off with just what your opportunity is. Okay, you want to find something that is common ground and give them rapport, build rapport with them. So you want to start talking to them and be like, okay, so where do you live? How many kids do you have? What do you like to do in your free time? Do you like to travel? Do you like to play video games? Do you like to cook? find a common interest that you share with them. Okay, that way you can talk to them like in a free form manner that is comfortable for both of you. Okay, and so then as you start talking to them, be like, so what do you do? And they might be like, well, I am a construction worker, but I really hate my job. And you'd be like, well, why do you hate your job? Well, because I have to work 12-hour days, and I never get to spend time with my family. And so then you found out that they really hate their job as a construction worker. Well, that's a need. Then you can suggest a solution. So you might be able to say, well, hey, if I gave you, I hear that you don't really like your job. If I gave you a solution, would you be willing to check it out? If I gave you something that could really change your life and get you out of that, would you be willing to look at it? And they might be like, yeah, sure. So sorry, my phone's making buzzing noises over here, and it's making me lose my chain of thought. So, sorry, this is all stuff that I wanted to put on my side, not my page. Okay, so closing questions. Now this is really complicated, and so I kind of wanted to just let you guys look at it instead of going over it. Unless we have enough time at the end, I might come back to it, and maybe me and Shelly or someone could, if you guys really want it, if we haven't, Shelly, do we have a way that people who are watching this can give us like say if they are interested in that? I don't think.
Yeah, they could write in the chat box.
Okay, if anybody really wants to, we'll do a closing questions, and me and Shelly can kind of go back and forth and really do this. Otherwise, I'm starting to run low on time, so I'm just going to let you guys look at this and kind of the closing questions. And basically, this is after you've already shown them you've already gone through the first steps. You've made a friend, or they were interested. They've already looked at your opportunity, whatever it is. So if it's like Project Titan, they've already been through the 3 videos, or whatever it is that you're trying to sell them, they've already looked at it. So you want to ask them, like, what did you like best about it? They would answer, tell me more about that. So and then you just basically you keep on going through this. And I like this. This is pretty interesting to say. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I hate your guts, never talk to me again, and 10 being my credit card is screaming at me, levitating out of my pocket because I just have to join right now. Are you more like a 2 or 3, or are you more like a 9, 9.5? If you ask somebody this, A, they're probably going to laugh at you, and 2, they're going to be serious with you, and they're going to let you know, yeah, I'm more like a 3, or maybe they're going to be like, yeah, I'm more like a 9.5. But you got to realize, and this is probably the biggest thing that I can tell you guys through this entire little bit of training that I'm doing. If someone is not interested, they are not going to buy for you. And if you keep on hammering them, they're just going to hate your guts even more, and they're not going to ever talk to you again. But if you let them off the hook, and you put them in like a Facebook group, or you put them in some kind of way, you tell them, hey, look, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Come back to me whenever you're ready, and if you ever want to get in it, that's fine. I'll take you off my list if you want, or you can stay in if you want. You let them make the decision on what they want to do, because if you hammer them, you're going to lose them forever. But if you say, hey, man, no problem, I'll let you off the hook, then you might have a potential customer 3-4 months later whenever they need it. Okay? And if they're a 9.5, then you just go back into your previous questions and go through it. So this is what I made the other day. I thought it was really good information. I don't know if you guys are trying to, if y'all need to, y'all can always go to the replay and look over this again and copy and paste it. Now let me see if I can figure out how to stop sharing my screen. There it goes. Oh, maybe, did it stop? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. My not being very good with technology or learning it. So I hope that was really helpful for you guys. Like I said, I've only been doing this for about 2 months now, 2.5 months, and I'm trying to give you guys the most value that I can. And I think that what I just shared with you guys, there's so many people, especially if you're just starting off, maybe you don't have the time or the energy to figure out how to blog and figure out how to make YouTube videos and figure out this and figure out that, and okay, I need to have the best Facebook mastery plan. I have to have all this, and excuse me, being an online entrepreneur can be very, very time consuming to try and be a master. But if you master just that little section right there, you can start making sales immediately. And that's a good starting point for anybody who's new to this. If you can learn how to talk to people, close them, get them, make a friend, find a need, give them a suggestion, these things are key to making money online. And they're very simple and easy to do. If anybody really needs it, I would be more than happy to email that. If you don't want to sit there and type it out, contact me on Facebook or however you want. Just find me. I'm Anthony Trosclair, and I'll get that information to you free of charge. I'm not going to charge you guys for that because I want people to succeed. I mean, that's why I'm here. I got into this because I want to help people, not because I want to make money. The money is just a benefit on the side, and I'd rather see you guys be successful, and so there you go. I'm going to go ahead and let Colleen come on out, and I'm going to go ahead and mute myself out here, and welcome Colleen to the webcast.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm Colleen Lovett, and my brand that I'm developing is the Entrepreneurial Mom, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mom, I'm also many other things, but I don't have anything specific prepared for tonight, but this is my first hangout with this group, and as you were saying, Anthony, there's so much to master in the online world, and I've been online for about 6 months, and I've just been absorbing so much information, and and it's all, again, drilling down into more detail into, getting traffic, getting leads and making sales and that whole process. And so there's a lot of value that we can provide each other, but also just what's amazing is in the culture that we work in, that people come together and support each other, which is not something you find every day in online businesses. And so I really appreciate being on this hangout, and I encourage everybody to tune in every week. And I'm excited to see, to share myself and to learn from everyone here. So thanks a lot. And I guess we'll pass it on to Shelley.
Hey, Colleen, what got you to do internet marketing? No, that's okay. I was just curious what got you here. What was your why?
What was my why?
Yeah.
Well, my why is many years of trying to balance everything. I worked for almost 20 years in the software industry as a technical writer and a business analyst and so forth. And after, I never anticipated when I had my son just how hard that would be. And so it's been an ongoing process of just discovering, well, what do I need to not feel this way, not feel squeezed into this 9-to-5 rut. And part of that was discovering my creative side, which I expressed through acting. I'm an actress. And also looking for ways to be more in control of my time. And I started a voiceover business a couple of years ago. That's, I got to through my acting. And then while I was online, researching that stuff, I've discovered that, wow, you could actually run all sorts of businesses from your home and have even more flexibility and more control over your time. So that was an aha moment. But the why comes back to just not missing out on life. And I really believe that we can design a life that is good, and I also appreciate, how my life is right at the moment, it's so, and that's kind of where it starts too, is like, oh, okay, taking these steps to, really create that balance, and that's what I'm building my business around. I really want to help people, whether they're mothers or fathers or artists or anyone who wants to create, a life that reflects really who they are. That's the journey that I'm on.
That's great.
So,
I'm glad to hear that.
thank you. So yeah, really, and I met Shelley and Anthony at the event in Nashville, and that was just a great opportunity because we're all, we all have this product that we're selling, but we all use it in different ways and can help people discover what they can use it for, what you want to blog about, or what you want to offer your clients. It's such a very creative industry to be in. There's so much to create, and I'm always happiest when I'm in that mode. What can I create today? What can I design? Whether it's something like just very technical, like getting leads, or writing email copy, but it always plugs into this bigger creative vision of what you're building as a business owner. So
Sure,
anyway,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's great. I always wanted to be an actress myself, so I think that's even more awesome.
Oh, it's fun. It was actually, I think part of my story too is just coming from, at some point in my life, I became very much a brain person, like in my head, and that served me in a lot of ways, especially being able to learn technology. But I've always also, as a younger person, had this creative, I danced growing up and so forth. And so when I discovered acting, it was like this merging, it's like, oh, that's right, I'm this kind of person too. I'm not just like brainy or whatever, I'm also, expressive. And yeah, so yeah, I love all the arts. Acting is the one that I've spent most of my time in the last 10 years or so.
Nice. That's great.
Thanks.
That's really awesome. All right. Well, and it's always nice to hear where people are coming from with this. And everybody, like you said, does this for their own reasons, or maybe we all have our own gifts, unique gifts and talents. And I know for me, getting involved in the internet marketing world was, I really wanted to go global with my home business that I had. And I was also in between 2 part-time jobs because I couldn't get enough hours at one job. So once I got my first computer, I was like, I'm going to make money with this thing, because I had a flashback to when I was like 15 and went to Epcot Center and seen the future, and it was all, microwaves and cell phones and computers, which at that time, when I was 15, we didn't have those things. I mean, you had to be really rich to have a computer and a cell phone. Microwaves were not even in houses yet. I mean, cell phones were like this big, you'd see somebody on a big, so yeah. So I mean, it's funny how we've advanced and where technology has gone, but I remember looking through the plexiglass, seeing, they said in the future people will work from home on their computers, and kids will go to school from home on their computers, and meals will be done in minutes from home. And although I've discovered they're not that healthy if they're coming out of a microwave, but still, the whole concept was just amazing to me. So anything that was futuristic for me was just like, wow, I want that. So when I got my first computer, it was about 5 years ago, and so what I wanted to do was make a business online. I really wanted to just globally expand the business I already had. But once I actually got into this, like you said, I just discovered a whole new world, and it was like, wow, I could do so many different things with this. And so, of course, that got me, I did a couple of different things, kind of learned the hard route, and then I was introduced to Empower Network and got involved, and now it's just unbelievable to me, the community of people that I've come accustomed to, the like-mindedness of everyone that I've been able to meet. I just absolutely love it. And so for me, definitely one of the challenges was how do you talk to somebody you don't know? And so like Anthony was saying, you want to introduce yourself, you want to express goodwill or compliment someone, especially if you've never met them before. I find for me, what has really worked is getting in groups like Facebook groups of interest. You know, I'm into health and wellness and herbal remedies and eating well and exercise and enlightenment, you know, meditation. So if I put myself in those groups and I kind of watch what other people are saying and watch posts and read posts, and I'm the kind of person that will sit and read everybody's comments. And then I find something, you know, if somebody has a question, I try to answer their question for them or guide them or give them some kind of value. And that goes along with what Anthony was saying. So introducing yourself and giving some kind of, asking some kind of question or listening. I became really good when I was working my home business out of my home for 13 years. I became very good at just listening for what people were saying. I mean, I could be at a grocery store and hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm so tired," and I'll be like, "I got something for that. Let me tell you about these NRGs. You know, people have been using them. Aztec Indians been using them for centuries to create, more mental stability and work." And instantly, I would, you know, exchange a phone number with somebody and then gain a customer just because I heard what their need was. You know, they were tired. I had something for energy. So that's something that is the same concept from being in the real world to being online, just watching and listening. And that's something that someone else actually taught me. I think it was my second or third event that I went to because, you know, I was computer illiterate 5 years ago. I knew nothing about computers whatsoever. I knew nothing about Facebook, copying and pasting, or, you know, social media, and it's really amazing the growth that we gain by just simply learning new things. And we definitely have a community here that helps us to grow, and it's just been amazing to me anyway. It's just been amazing. I mean, Anthony and I were just talking before we started this Google Hangout about the new advanced email marketing system we have that we're working with, and it's all in beta testing right now, but it's so super superior and so amazing. I mean, I'm back there looking at everything, and I was just like, it's like opening a gift at Christmas that just keeps on, you know, you open up, you ever get a package and you open it and there's another package inside, and then you open it and there's another one inside, you open it. I mean, my dad used to be, you know, he used to do that to us kids when we were kids. You know, he'd give us a big package and there'd be all these little presents inside that were wrapped up individually. And that's exactly what this Kalatu Cloud is like to me. It was like, ooh, another little gift, another little gift, another little gift, you know, and then learning how to use those gifts is so amazing to me. It's like, because I don't know, I've never been big on email marketing. I've never been used emails a lot, or email systems a lot, but this is, to me, it's just like, wow, you know, it's like, wow, this is really cool. So again, I'm going back into like a 4-step formula, kind of the same process that Anthony was talking about. The introduction and expressing goodwill, complimenting someone, asking questions and listening for people's needs, and then sharing content or strategies to solve an issue. And good content creates authority status online. And did you post that? Put that back up there, Anthony? There you go. And also your call to action. And so one of the things that I thought was really interesting is I took a step back last year when my dad was dying of cancer. And I literally put my business on the back burner so I could help take care of him. And then after he passed away, my fiance and I went to the Bahamas for a week. And while I was in the Bahamas, I actually got some new customers, and they actually became new customers from a YouTube video that I did on how to apply an herbal mask a couple of years ago. And so by just having made, and it was maybe a 5 or 10 minute video, maybe 15 minutes, but it was just on how to apply a mask, what it does for me, why I like it, and then I just posted my link under the YouTube video, and I made that video literally like 2 or 3 years ago, and that video is still working, to gain leads and to talk to people that are looking for that particular niche. And so when I say content, I'm talking content on not just a blog, maybe social media, YouTube. It can be anything, a quick 60-second to a minute and a half video, a 5-minute video. And the reason I say, if you keep a video short, you're more likely to keep their attention. The longer the video goes, the less attentive people are, unless there's some excitement going on. We just live in a fast society where people want information right now, and if they can't get the information right now, they're going to go to the next source. So you want to try and get right to the point as much as possible. I'm an Aries. I am like a don't beat around the bush kind of girl. So a lot of times people think I'm coming off as spammy when I'm just trying to not beat around the bush. So it takes a lot for me to just grow a friendship and really get to know somebody before I introduce something to them. It's I just want to be get right in there, and show them exactly what I got. But like you said, a lot of people want to run when you do it that way. They want to get to know you, trust you, and like you before they purchase anything from you. So it is important to get to know the people that your prospects or and to me, people are not just numbers. I hear that all the time, that it's a numbers game, but really, this is a people business. This is a people-to-people business. And of course, Anthony, Colleen, and Chris and I, we would not know each other if it weren't for this people business we're in. We got to know each other because we went to a really personable event where it's a community of people that are trying to help others, not trying, but are helping others to grow their own online businesses no matter what niche they're in. And they just happen to have really great products that we're all seriously interested in, So your introduction or process of invitation is expressing goodwill or complimenting your person, your prospect friend. Introducing yourself. If you don't know them, you want to introduce yourself. I don't know if anybody's interested in why I got on line to begin with, but I know that for me, again, it came down to I wanted to globally expand my business, and I wanted to make something more than what I was able to make it. Working a job or 2 part-time jobs wasn't cutting it enough. I think before I literally was working 9 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning at one job, and I would come home and sleep an hour, and then I would get my sons up, take them to school, then go back to sleep for another hour, then get back up and go to work at my other job for a couple of hours, and then go back home and take a nap, and then trying to fit my business in that was ridiculous, and I wasn't making enough to be worth my time, and so I decided I wanted to start my own home business from my computer, globally expand the business that I already had started, and of course I learned that, wow, we could literally do anything in this. I mean, one of my dreams was to have this online store where I could literally sell anybody anything on the market. When we have those things available, we literally, all anybody's got to do is say, hey, I need this, and I literally know somebody. If I can't sell it to you, I know somebody that can. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing with this, being able to help others and find their need and supply their solution for them. And that's really all this is about. It's just getting to know people, finding solving an issue, finding sharing a strategy, and then giving a call to action, like, you know, I like what Anthony said too, with that closing. Another good thing I like to say when closing is, how do you like your name spelt on your check? So you can literally start the closing process for them and just tell them to jump on, you know, a Skype with you and literally go through the paperwork with them, the join form with them, so that they are going to join right then, especially if you're getting a 9 or 9.5 that they're interested that much. And like Anthony, I'm not a pushy salesperson whatsoever. I've never liked to pressure people because I know what that's like to not have and have somebody like making you feel like you're obligated even though you haven't signed the dotted line. And so I don't want anybody to join anything they're not comfortable joining. And so I like that whole, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, being 1 that, you know, you never want to hear from me again, you hate my guts, to, you know, 10 being my credit card's flying out of my pocket, I want to join you, it's levitating your way, you know, are you a 2 or a 9.5? I like that because you know if they're going to, you know, say I'm about a 3, this probably isn't for them, and you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste their time. It doesn't mean you can't still be friends. Doesn't mean you can't still have some something in common, because you never know what's going to happen 3 years down the line, 6 months down the line. They may change their mind and decide, hey, I do want to go ahead and join this person because, 1, they didn't pressure me, and they actually had something that could fit a need for me. So you never want to burn bridges with people. And I don't want to have people join me that aren't ready to join anyway. You know, I can work with somebody that's ready to get their health in order a lot better than I can work with somebody that I have to like twist their arm to get them to eat right or to get them to drink the water that they need for a day. You know what I mean? It just helps me to be more selective with the people that I'm working with. So yeah, don't struggle. Don't get yourself in a situation where, you know, you're working with somebody who's fighting you all the way. They're going to fight you and they're going to quit and they're going to ask for a refund. You don't want all that anyway. You're just better off to just be straight up, transparent with them. Find out what, you know, is this something you want? Is it, you know, I have a lot of people that say, I want to join you, I just don't have the money right now. And you know what I'd say? When you've got the money and when you're ready, you know where I am. I'm here. And until then, I'll work with you on whatever level I can to get you where you want to go. You know, and I do personally a lot of free work, so to say, because I'm a philanthropist. So I do help a lot of people in that sense until they can reach a point where they want to really join and become a part of the team. You know, they don't get everything that everybody that joins the team gets, but they get some special attention. So that's pretty much all I've got for now. Chris, I'm going to pass it on over to you.
Yay! It works. Everyone, I'm Chris, and as you can see, I'm outdoors and I'm on my cell phone. But you know, why am I here? That's a very good question. All these people that are on the panel that you see right here, we're all here for our why. Why? Yeah, what brings us here is because we want change. We're not here just to, oh, hi Anthony, or hi Colleen, and hi Shelly. No, we're here for a major purpose. We're here to basically freedom. You know, there's what's called guys, I lost my train of thought. This is a different atmosphere for me because normally I'm indoors, and now that I'm outdoors, it's totally different. But we're here for a purpose. We're all running our own business, but we're all in what's called like the same company, right? A big bowl, but everybody's got different flavors. And this is what we are. We're basically searching for freedom. How should I say? I have no props, no nothing, and this is me. I'm a visual person. But we're all here striving for the same thing. No matter what, if you want your freedom, you do whatever it takes. Here, I had found something on the internet that took me away from 3 jobs that I used to work at. I used to work for a car company, a gas company, a golf company. I worked more than I actually had time to spend quality time with my family and especially with my pets. I got tired of having to be that person at the end of the fishing pole. You know, throw the line out and good luck if the fish catches the bait. That was me. I'm always out there and pull the wheel back and get nothing in return. And I got tired of that. So I found what you're looking at right now online, a solution that can actually help you out to getting that freedom. And in order to get the freedom, you do have to work. But I just want to tell you this. There's a great system that we're using right now that actually has all the tools, everything that you need, and it's simplified. It is so simplified that all you got to do is like 3 to 4 hours a day, put in your time, learn the tools, and apply them, and share what it is that you learned. And guess what? You're not alone because here is a community that we're a part of. Here you see Anthony, you see Colleen, you see Shelly, and how I met with all these people right here was at a live event, which there is a live event coming up pretty soon. And I just want to remind you that there is one that's coming up pretty soon. And everybody on the panel, when they close out, they'll let you know about that event. You need to be a product of a product in order to be very successful, in order to understand and get the things of what you want in building your business. So with that in mind, I'm sorry, I'm just cutting it very short, but I'll pass it on to Anthony.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I was my sister called me and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't an emergency or anything. Any family members, I don't care what I'm doing, my family comes first, so I always answer the phone just to make sure there's no emergency or anything. And she was just calling about dinner. So, so my closing thoughts are the thing about that you really need to understand about online businesses is that you can gain your freedom and do whatever it is that you love. And that's what's so amazing about what we do. You know, you can literally, if you like to blog, if you like to make videos, if you like to talk to people on Facebook, if you like Twitter, if you like LinkedIn, if you like to sew, I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing. And it's so amazing. It's so great to be able to help people and to change people's lives and be part of a community that loves each other. I'll be honest with you. I love every single person that's out there. And it's so amazing to be able to help people to change their lives. And that's my calling. That's what I got into this for, is because I love to help people. And so it's just every day of my life is amazing, being able to do that. And the cool thing is that you can do this even if that's not what you like to do. You can do whatever you like to do, and somebody out there in the world is gonna like that too, and so they're gonna connect with you, and they're gonna want to be able to do that. So people will follow you, and it doesn't matter if it's sewing, it doesn't matter if it's your dogs, it doesn't matter if it's kayaking or mountain climbing. You can connect with people with your interests, and you can also make a lot of money online doing that. And so my closing thoughts is that you can do this. Every single person in the world can do this if they want to. And I believe in you. And I believe that you can do this. I believe any person can do this. And I really hope that you guys, I want you guys to plug in with us, connect with us, talk to us. If you want to be out, you want to come on here and share your story, then you're more than welcome to. I mean, we are a community, and we are there for each other, and we are here to help you grow, and that's really what it's all about. It's about being a family and being here and growing together. And it's amazing. And we do this for you guys, for ourselves, for everybody, every Wednesday at what is it, 6 o'clock Eastern time? Is that right, Shelley? Yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And so we're here every week for you guys, and we're gonna try and give you guys as much value as we can. And yeah, that's my closing thoughts on it, guys. You can do whatever you set your mind to, and you can do what you love, and don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because you can. And I believe in you guys. And I love you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Colleen for her closing thoughts real quick.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, Shelley and Chris, for sharing. I love how like everyone's perspective is just like a different facet of, what you can experience, when you're working online. So again, this was my first hangout. I'll be back next week. I'm looking forward to that. And again, thank you again for including me in this. And what Anthony said, and Chris and Shelley. I mean, there is a learning curve in this industry. So, learn every day. Bring structure to your day, and take action every day. Some actions are more income producing, and some are learning, and some are just reading and expanding your mind and in your mindset. And so these are all the things that we do. Anyway, have a great week.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Anthony, Colleen, Chris. I love you guys. You're amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So with my closing thoughts, I wanted to say, don't hold yourself back because of fear. It was something that I did for a very long time. I was afraid to reach out to people I didn't know, and I was afraid to reach out sometimes to even my close friends, because something like Anthony said, that they were run off or turned off by something, his excitement for the product itself. What I've noticed in the last few years, there have been times when I was afraid to reach out and talk to people about products that I had to offer, and then very close people to me ended up getting on, buying the product from someone else, because I didn't share the fact that I was still doing that. So don't be afraid to share what you're doing, because what you have to offer matters, and what you have to offer matters. And it may not matter to one, but it may matter to someone else. And so what I found is, because I was afraid, I lost out on sales and actual customers, because they went to someone else that said, hey, I've got this great shake, and I've got this great vitamin, or I got this great tea, or whatever it is. And I was like, dang it, I've been doing this for 21 years, and they didn't know I was still doing it? Well, how would they know? I wasn't reaching out and telling them. So, and everybody has their own thing. Obviously, that's not the only thing I like to do, but it is, it's been a mainstay of my life for the last 21 years. And so it was really like heartbreaking to me, but it was my fault, because I'm the one that was afraid to reach out to these people. I was the one that was afraid to tell all my friends and family and everybody I knew. And there is a way to talk to people about products that you have to offer, like Anthony was saying, by just saying, hey, it may or may not be for you, but I want to make sure you have the opportunity to know that this is what I have to offer. And it's fine if you're not interested. I just want to make sure you don't lose out or miss out. And maybe if you're not interested, you can pass it along or keep your ears open for somebody else who is. So, that's another thing that I use a lot. I even, I've got friends that I tell, hey, if you know of anybody that's interested in, drinking better water or having, good nutrition or coaching or email marketing, send them my way. I'll give you a percentage of any sales that are made as a result of getting to know the person that you sent my way. I have a great referral process. So anytime anybody refers anybody to me, they get 25% of whatever the actual sales would be from anything, depending on what the product itself is. Bigger, higher ticket items, I go even higher. But for me, it's a win-win. If a friend sends me a referral, then I can help them, and they're helping me at the same time, and they're easily putting money in their pocket just by sending a referral my way. So, that's another way to talk to potential customers. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because you never know who's going to want or need what you have to offer. And like I said, it's something that even just this past spring, I had a couple of friends that I worked with that said, oh, yeah, I started drinking these shakes. And I'm like, dang it. They were like, I didn't know you were still selling that. I'm like, I never quit, But how would they have known? Because, I didn't reach out to them. So they said, yeah, well, I remember you talking about it, but I didn't know you were still doing it. So they wouldn't have known. So don't be afraid to reach out to your friends, family, and fans and people that are following you, Also, just another closing thought, call your biggest fan. Reach out to your biggest fan. Reach out to your mentors. If you're having issues or troubles, reach out to the people that are on the panel. If you need more one-on-one, reach out to one of us. Anthony, Colleen, Chris, and I, that's what we're here for. So you might not resonate with me, but maybe you resonate with someone else on the panel, and vice versa. So you've got all these different choices. And I am going to tell you about the Dallas, Texas event. I've got my ticket. I don't know who else has their tickets. Raise your hand if you got your ticket. All right, so all four of us are on board here. We're going to Dallas, Texas, the 22nd through the 25th for the next event of July. So keep that, mark it down on your calendar. And I think I have room for one more person in my car. I'm taking a road trip down there. And one more person in my hotel for anybody that wants a room. And then next Wednesday, we'll be here at 6 p.m. And if anybody wants to join, we have another hangout that starts at 8 p.m. And if you'd like the link to that, just message me or look at my timeline. I've posted the link to the 8 o'clock p.m. I see you over there, Chris. So 8 o'clock p.m. and it's a totally different hangout. We've got some really awesome people on that hangout that are going to teach a whole different realm of things, and so feel free to join us then at 8 o'clock. That gives you about an hour to go get something to eat and do whatever you got to do before that hangout starts. And thank you again for joining, watching. We appreciate all of you. And Chris, I'm going to pass it on to you for your closing thoughts.
Awesome. Yep, it's Chris here. The closing thoughts for this. I just want to tell you, if somebody who's cerebral palsy, who has a learning disability, that can do an online business, what holds you back? I mean, seriously, what holds you back? I mean, I could come up with all kinds of excuses, but I'm not. I don't want to hold myself back. That's why. So, I may have some obstacles, but you know what? I choose not to leave that obstacle there. I just decide just move the damn thing and just go forward, and because I want my freedom. Bottom line, that's what I want. I want things done on my time. I want to go to places that wherever I want to go. I want to take my family with me. I want to take people with me. It's not all about me. It's all about you guys. I mean, you're watching this video right now. We've got Anthony, we got Colleen, we got Shelly. Obviously, we got me. But you're watching this video because you want to know what it's all about. I just want to tell you that, check this out. I'm here at a park. You see? I'm here at a park. You can basically do this anywhere. And that's what I mean. What I mean is that you don't need to be in a doggone four wall. You don't need to be in a box. You can be outside. You can be anywhere to do this thing. Don't limit yourself. You can be unlimited. Don't limit yourself. Take away the apostrophe T. Because you know why? You can do it. It's just a matter of choice, whether you don't want to do it or you can't do it. You know, for a person who was born with a mild case of cerebral palsy and given up for adoption, the adoptive parents never gave up on the child. The child gave up on herself. Why? Because people kept on telling her that you can't do this, or nah, that's impossible. And I gave up on myself because I was foolish enough to listen to what people told me. And I believed in doubt. But I just want to tell you this. It's a matter of choice. You want to believe with and surround yourself around people that don't have what you really want. But, you know, that's fine and dandy. You can go that route. But you'll be miserable for that whole time being because you're believing in what it is that those people around you are telling you. I want to tell you this. If you make a serious decision, a serious choice to better yourself, surround yourself around people that have what you really want. Here you got Anthony on the panel. You got Colleen on the panel. You got Shelly on the panel. They're all here because they want something. They're all here because there is stuff out there that they have, that people have, and they're working towards it. And you know what? I just want to tell you this. They're getting what they want, because they wouldn't be here on this panel if it wasn't for you watching this video. They're reaching out to you. They're reaching out to you because you know why? Because they got what you want. Anthony, if Anthony resonates with you, jump in with Anthony. Connect with him. Colleen resonates with you, connect with her. Shelly resonates with you, connect with her. Any of these people on the panel, connect with them. And that was my closing thoughts for you guys. You guys have an awesome day. I love you. I see you guys next week, Wednesday. Again, it's 12 p.m. Eastern. And, oh, shucks. 6 p.m. Eastern. See, that's what happens. You don't need to be a perfectionist. Eastern. And 12 o'clock Hawaii time. I love you guys, and I see you on the next video. I love you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. We appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Again, if you want to join in the 8 o'clock hangout, just go ahead and take a look at my timeline or message me, and I will make sure you get that link so you can join us. I believe Lawrence Tam, Joe Chance, Brian Couch are going to be on, and there are some very great leaders in the industry. So make sure you don't miss that 8 o'clock. So thank you, guys. I appreciate everybody here. We're going to go ahead and stop the broadcast, and we'll see you next week, 6 o'clock. Bye-bye.